of the class is the student who has achieved the second highest overall grade point average for the 8 semesters of his or her high school career. The salutatorian for the class of 2014 is Hamza Patel. And Ghulam Patel. An A honor roll student, he has earned first place status in Algebra 2 at the Mississippi Mu Alpha Theta Convention, first place in the Home Scholar Bowl, the Beta Convention Quiz Bowl, Mississippi College Math and Science Tournament, as well as the individual trigonometry, pre-calculus, MS competition. He has earned the highest average award in multiple subjects such as AP Physics, pre-calculus, English, and Spanish. He has been a member of Mu Alpha Theta, formerly serving as treasurer and currently serving as vice president. Hamza is active in various clubs such as the Beta Club, Spanish Club, Academic Decathlon Team, and Academic Competition Team, to name a few. He is a star student, National Merit Finalist, and AP Scholar with distinction. He plans to attend Vanderbilt University in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, salutatorian of the class of 2014 with a GPA of 101.23, Hamza Ghulam Patel.
Good morning, school board members, Dr. McGeehee, administrative staff, faculty, parents, seniors, friends, and visitors. While many people have had a part in developing the identity of this class, our parents and teachers have had the greatest impact on students that are graduating today. On behalf of the entire class of 2014, thank you for the efforts that you have exerted in helping us get this far. So today, my fellow classmates, I have the honor of telling all of you, dressed in identical blue caps and gowns, that individuality is the key to success. And as individuals, each of us has achieved success, because after all, we're here, about to graduate and enter the next phase of our lives. Speaking of this day, graduation day, feels almost weird, doesn't it? We've just completed high school. But before we set out to follow those dreams of the future, let's take a few minutes to think about back to the first day when we first stepped foot onto the campus of Madison Central. How did it feel to get out of your mom's car and walk up those steps alone? How did it feel to enter the giant commons all alone? Pretty scary, right? Well, many aspects of our lives have changed since that day. Instagram was the social media outlet that no one had heard about. Twerking hadn't even been invented yet. And most importantly, we were all confused little sophomores just getting over our fresh meat phase. Entering Madison Central, we had no idea where we belonged. In fact, I remember that all the upperclassmen yelled back to Rosa at her first pep rally. It seemed as if we weren't even welcome. But that quickly changed. I remember the first time when I felt like I belonged. It was one of our very first classes of academic decathlon. All the seniors seemed so tall, so terrified. And I was certain that they would treat us like the little baby sophomores that we were. But that wasn't the case. The seniors wanted to get to know us, so we played one of those little get-to-know-each-other games. But rather than list off boring facts about ourselves, we were asked to share our favorite superpower. For some odd reason, I felt a sense of comfort and belonging, simply by the fact that I knew everyone's favorite superpower and that they knew mine. For the first time, I felt like I fit in. And it wasn't just me. Many people in our class were starting to find their places too. Some would go into band, some to show choir, some to football, basketball, frisbee, cheer, Mu Alpha Theta, badminton club, you name it. People were finding their places at Madison Central. We, as a class, had found a sense of belonging. And just like that, sophomore year flew by. We are now juniors. It was the year that we had to make decisions that would determine our fate for the rest of high school, maybe even our lives. Stick with one AP class, or go for gold with 5. Remain inconspicuous in extracurricular activities, or take a leap of faith and go for that leadership role. Take the PSAT course to try to get national merit, or just not even worry about it. These were all questions each of us had to face. Some of us thought we would not survive those practice tests for Ms. Finley, or the fun that is AP chemistry. However, we plowed through the fight of junior year, and we felt good, as if we had control. We felt as if we really understood what it was to be Jaguar. In essence, we felt invincible. However, while we had a sense of purpose, we still knew little to nothing about ourselves. I can honestly say that even today, I can't tell you who Hamza Patel really is. I'm still on my personal journey, a journey that will continue for the rest of my life. But so far, what I've learned is that everyone goes through times of difficulty, of weakness, whether it's a serious sickness, relationship drama, or even a death in the family. And that admitting weakness is okay. Those moments of hardship, however, do not define us as individuals. How we get through these difficulties and who we become afterwards truly define who we are. In my journey of self-actualization, one specific difficulty stands out as the one that has molded me into the person I am today. It was quite the shock when I received that call from my mom. Your grandfather just passed away, she said. None of us expected it. He was perfectly healthy, and he had no history of heart trouble. I was confused. I didn't know what to do. During that time, everything felt meaningless. My whole world seemed to stop. All the fun events like football games and movie nights felt so pointless. Calculus homework seemed so silly when such a tragic event had happened in my family. My car rides home had been fun and enjoyable. Now they were filled with fret and worry over what could happen next. I tried to cope with the loss by simply ignoring it. I studied harder, read more of my decathlon, and even spent more time with friends. But nothing seemed to work. At the end of the day, the memories of him and my despair would resurface. However, over time, I realized that the world doesn't stop moving for you. You have to stay strong, not only for yourself, but for those around you. I realized that being sad would get me nowhere, so I decided to take that tragedy and grow from it. I knew that my grandfather would not have wanted me to spend so much time mourning. He would want me to be strong, but I still couldn't do it. However, as I walked through the phases of grief, I began to realize something. I began to realize that while there is a time for looking back, there's also a time for moving forward. As we move forward, past the gates of high school and into the real world, I hope that you will all remember the people and memories that have shaped who you are, but that you'll also look forward to the people and opportunities that will mold you into the person you will be tomorrow. We've all had our own share of hardships throughout high school, whether they be small or large. But the defining aspect is not the hardships themselves, but the fact that we have learned from them. Maybe that's what high school is all about. Maybe that's what this cat and this gal really mean. Not that we've learned about biology, or chemistry, or even history, but that we've learned about something much more important. Ourselves. Thanks once again, everyone, for your support and encouragement, and congratulations to the class of 2014.
valedictorian of the senior class of 2014 is the student who has